The Solitary Reaper. Have you heard the signature tune of the All India Radio? If not, listen to it. It is played on the violin. It is soul stirring. It is melodious. It captivates you. In this poem, Wordsworth says he was captivated by a song sung by a young woman. She is reaping and singing. She is a wonderful figure. Read the poem and find out why the poet is so much impressed by her song. The Solitary Reaper is a poem written by a renowned poet, William Wordsworth. He lived during the year 1770 and 1850. He was born in London. He completed his studies at St. John's College, Cambridge. He was an English romantic poet, best known for lyrical ballads. One among them is The Solitary Reaper. The Solitary Reaper is a ballad. Ballad is a poem or a folk song that tells a story. Usually, they are written in 4-line stanzas. Especially, they are sentimental or romantic. Ballads are passed on orally from one generation to the next. Central idea of the poem. In this poem, poet William Wordsworth describes the power and melody of the girl's song. Beautiful experience gives us lifelong pleasure. Let us read the first stanza. Behold her, single in the field, yon solitary highland lass, reaping and singing by herself. Stop here, or gently pass. Alone she cuts and binds the grain, and sings a melancholy strain. Oh, listen, for the vale profound is overflowing with the sound. Dear students, first line of the first stanza says, Behold her, single in the field. Behold her means, look at her. She is single in the field. There is nobody around her. The second line tells yon solitary highland lass. Yon means there. Solitary, alone. That means there alone, a mountain girl. Highland lass means a mountain girl. A girl who is living in the mountain region. This place was outside a country named Scotland. This girl was working in the field in that region. That was a season of harvesting the crops. So, while reaping the crops, she was singing by herself. She was not at all bothered who is listening to her. So the poet is telling either to stop and listen to her or move from there quietly without disturbing her. There is nobody along with her in that field. She alone is cutting the crops and binding them together alone. During her work, she is singing a very sad song, Melancholy Strain. Melancholy means sad, strain. The word strain is referred to a song. So, dear students, she is singing a sad song. This song is overflowing with a great sound in the deep valley. Mountains naturally has valleys around. The poet urges us to listen and feel the effect of her song that had filled the whole valley with the pleasant sound. The valley was overflowing with her melody. Second stanza. No nightingale did ever chant more welcome notes to weary bands of travellers in some shady haunt. Among Arabian sands, a voice so thrilling never was heard. In springtime, from the cuckoo bird, breaking the silence of the seas, among the farthest Hebrides. As we all know, nightingale birds are well known for their powerful and beautiful melody. They sing so beautiful that they welcome the travelers passing the Arabian desert. While they are resting near the oasis, they feel so relaxed listening to its voice that they forget their tiredness. Poet compares the voice of nightingale bird with the girl's voice and says, even this nightingale, who is famous for its melody, cannot sing as melodious as this girl. In the last four lines of second stanza, poet is comparing her tune with another bird named cuckoo. Everyone is familiar with cuckoo bird's tune. Cuckoo bird keep on humming during summer. Its voice is very melodious to hear. Even when it sings, it breaks the silence of the sea among the very far islands near Hebrides. Hebrides are the group of islands. So, dear students, poet is telling that no cuckoo bird can sing as melodious as this girl. Third stanza. Will no one tell me what she sings? Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow for old, unhappy, far off things and battles long ago. Or is it some more humble lay, familiar matter of today? Some natural sorrow, loss or pain that has been and may be again. In stanza 3, the poet wants to know what the girl is singing about. He is anxious to know the meaning of her song. He could only hear her tune, not even her words he is capable to catch. Her tune tells about some sorrow hidden in it. It may be some unhappy incident that had happened in her past. She might be remembering the battles that took place long ago, or some natural loss or pain she had experienced. Maybe today's matter, or she is afraid that it may take place again in the future. Stanza 4. Whatever the theme, the maiden sang, as if her song could have no ending. I saw her singing at her work, and over the sickle bending, I listened, motionless and still. And as I mounted up the hill, the music in my heart I bore, long after it was heard no more. Written by William Wordsworth. In the last stanza, the poet is not thinking about the theme very much. He is enjoying the song heartily. The poet tells there is no end to the girl's singing. She sings as if she never stopped. He watches her singing and all as well as using the sickle to do her work at the same time in the field. The poet says he stands still to listen to her for some time, enjoying the melody of her tune. And after some time, he starts to climb the mount slowly without disturbing her. After he left, he says, still he remembered the music of the song which she sang.